Welcome to another Pike and Shot battle. This is a match against Cronos, one of a pair, testing out an early version of an as yet unnamed mod that he's been working on. It effectively is a mod that adds FoGII features to Pike and Shot. So in this version, among other things, minor bug fixes, it adds a undo, which you can do as long as you don't reveal hidden units or trigger reaction fire. Undo isn't in the vanilla game because theoretically, if you were an unscrupulous bastard, you could repeatedly undo until you triggered said reaction fire, but against an honorable opponent using a mod, it's no big deal. I'm sure Cronos won't, and I certainly won't either. So let's see, it adds Pushback for shock infantry. So for Pike and Shot, that's Kyle, so big box pikemen, Impact Foot, mainly fielded by the French, and Salvo Foot, exclusively fielded by the Swedish. Uh, not sure how that'll go. It might lead to situations where Salvo or Impact Foot can either charge and get flanked or stand and get shot at, which is a bit unfortunate, but on the other hand, it might also encourage players to use those units in big lines instead of throwing a couple units ahead, and that would be more realistic. Uh, infantry pursuits are mostly gone, just like in FoG. It's warriors and non-Kyle raw infantry only. And in addition, there's manual melee resolution. I don't know how I feel about that. I like the auto resolution in Pike and Shot. I like the lack of easy control. I think it's more realistic. But on the other hand, maybe it could be a plus for the more expensive heavy hitting units. They can try to break weaker units faster. And given that Pike and Shot is pretty heavily balanced in favor of masses of cheap garbage, that might not be a bad thing. So I was just bitching in the chat about this map. It's completely awful for the Huguenot army. I've got okay infantry and decent cavalry, but not much light foot, and I depend on these massed arquebusiers. The royalists can get a bunch of good supporting light foot and cavalry, some okay infantry and cavalry, more importantly, 2 units of the Royal Swiss. 144 point armored superior heavy foot pikemen with heavy weapon. The heavy weapon in this case slightly reduces enemy armor advantage if they have it, and also gives them the overlappers trait in melee. So 15 POA overlapping around smaller units. That is a base unit size, not necessarily immediate numbers. So if this unit of 2060 man confronted 2059, it wouldn't get overlappers. It wouldn't get them against a unit that had a base strength of around 2,000 men. It would get it against a unit such as this later Tercia with a base strength of around 1,000 men. Next turn, so Cronos is still working out the kinks. The mod looks like if you move a unit and then undo, it's removed from the unmoved list, which makes sense because it wouldn't be checking for that. This game was made for it. Right, get up there. Oops. Alright, there we are. Undo. Very nice. Unlabor the battery. Alright. Make some room for the cavalry then. Get them over in that rough ground. Support with dragoons. And light horse. Very good. Next turn. All right. Support against light foot. There, and turn those guns. Next turn. Right, get in there. I wish I had more light cavalry. Might have to be prepared to support that unit with more musketeers. Not going to do anything, but whatever. It's a target. Next turn. Alright, well, go ahead and guard the flank. I assume he's going to try to zip through and nab the gun, so we'll need to drive him off. That's a full arc, so fire, then turn. Good. And let's be ready to intervene. This direction. That's all. Next turn. Well, why not? Keep that up. Ah, so that's another fog feature there. Shows the cohesion checks. Very nice. Say hello. I do like that quite a bit. Alright, turn. And be prepared to help out. Yeah, this is... I don't know about this. We'll see. I might need to throw this cavalry out. Try to get around, maybe. Next turn. Do I care about that? Let's fall back a bit. Arc around. Probably worth a shot. No dice. Okay. Threaten them. Now we need to start figuring out. Let's see. Yep, that's fine. Then you zone out the Swiss, and then you go there and there. I don't know exactly who's in there. And what a mess. That unit needs to be prepared to pin the other Swiss unit if they don't go straight into the Reiter. Next turn. There it is. First pushback. Okay, bounce that. Good. So we don't have the highlights or whatever, but we can manually resolve melees here. Let's start with going for a frag, then a break. Disrupted and held firm. Okay. Go for another frag. Turn and shoot. Very good. God, I still don't remember exactly what's out there, but screw it. We have to get to work here. Alright. What else? Why don't we threaten that disrupted unit, and in the meantime fire on the Swiss, and maybe it's worth it. Good. Zone out the Swiss with our cavalry, and then charge their Pike and shot, and shoot there, then turn, because they'll move here, be out of our arc, and I want a straight arc there. Here, sadly, there's really nothing I can do. I can turn and shoot, and that's about it. And we can hope that the cohesion check when they break helps us out. So you, yeah, can zone them out. Maybe let's just rush these guns. It's a bit of a waste, but they are kind of irritating me. So these can still move straight up and shoot us in one go. So we're gonna, unfortunately, stay facing that way. Here we are up, what, 10 POA for Kyle 60 as opposed to Kyle 50. Let's see. Early Pike and shot, early Pike and shot. Let's make sure this infantry doesn't intervene in our cavalry fight here. Yep. Okay, so they stay, they charge. Right. Ooh. There we are, fully committed. Good unit choice, good disposition, GG. Seeing as it's 0 for 3, it might be a bit soon for that. Let's see what he's talking about here. Break to 6, and an impact. Okay, well that does help. Guns are gone. Firm. Nice. Bounce that. Hold. Good. Yeah, it's a bit soon to call the GG, I think. Alright, that's fine. We'll probably need to just put everyone on shooting up this Swiss unit duty, even though it's unlikely to result in anything. Yep, they are too tough. Go for a break. Disrupt. Very good. Move there. Could charge in, or we could wait for them to turn and then what? Turn around and try to help? Nah, that's getting too complicated. Let's see what this does first. Nothing. Held firm. Should I ignore the guns? Yes. Yes, I should. I really don't want to. Ooh. Okay. You can go hunt the guns instead. But threaten the arquebusiers in the way there. Now these damned light horsemen are going to be threatening charges on our massed arquebusiers, but I think we need them badly enough to risk it anyway. Next turn. Okay, so that's, bad. Okay, well this is alright. This is a disaster. So we're gonna break. Too bad. Here. They have no cover, so we can do some damage. Okay. Keep moving towards those guns. Head these off a bit. Send them out. Do you have this? Do you need help? It's not really worth it, is it? Held firm. They're probably going to rally. Oh well. Yeah, this situation is unfortunate. Yeah, discharge. Get the auto drop. Unfortunate. I could rescue this unit, but I'd rather just frag them. Maybe when they break, we'll pursue into the rear of that Swiss Kyle. Ugh, gross. Next turn. Keep bouncing that. It's looking a little worn down. Ugh. So turned to protect from the rear charge. Break. So it is evening out a little bit for the moment. That's quite nice though. Well, we can frag them right away, so I suppose we should. Right? There we go. Solves one problem. Then here. See if they attempt to evade. They do. We can catch them out. Do it with the late gendarmes. You can take care of the guns. Force a drop. Right. Break them. Pursue that way. Good. Fire. Fire. Hold firm. And this whole situation. We'll move here so that if the Swiss try to turn to fight our arquebusiers, we can flank them. Then light them up. Okay, should be match. All right, and that's match. See if we get any rallies or anything. 1. Right down to 25. So just barely not enough rallies to carry on. Right, well, yeah, so that's a look at this in progress mod. Cronos is still working on it. I like it. Its effects are pretty subtle, but yeah, the UI thing, so undo, turn and shoot, pushbacks, manual melees, I don't really have strong feelings about one way or another. And the toned down infantry pursuit, I think, is nice. I think maybe if we play more of a like 30 Years War or thereabouts with more linear infantry forces, that would be more apparent. Maybe I'll try that out with them next. So a good game. Till next time.